This is Kim Brio, and you guys are tuned into D.I.E Radio. We are a little late, but that's what we do, little CP, little CP. You are tuned into the reunion show. This has been some years coming. What is 5, 6 years? 6 years coming. Yeah. So I am very excited for anyone that is tuned in, listening on iHeart, on Facebook Live, with myself, with Griff, etc. So we are happy to be here. So we're going to first start with our introduction. So let me introduce myself first since I'm speaking. My name is Kim Brio. The last time I was here, I was Kimberly Dale. I wasn't even the same name. So Kim Brio is what I go by. You can find me on social media. I am Kim Brio. I'm a media personality, web and graphic designer, branding specialist. I do it all, honey. If you need it done, if I don't do it, I know somebody who. So that's me. Next up, I'm going to give it to Griff.
Why you gotta give it to me now?
What you mean?
We're gonna start from the newcomer all the way around.
Oh, we gotta go to the new girl? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
My name is Toria, aka Peachy T, and I'm a co-host on a Preppy Boys World podcast. Mr. Torian Terrell over here.
So great intro. Great.
Oh, and y'all know who it is. It's your boy.
Oh my God.
It's your boy, Mr. Preppy Boy.
AKA Captain Bag Swag.
Hey, if there ain't no money in it, ain't nothing with it.
And he's back.
But,
AKA Silky Jones.
Don't tell all my aliases. No, but what up, y'all? Y'all know it's your main man, Terrell, Mr. Preppy Boy. You can catch me on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Preppy Boy for Life, PREPPYBOI, the number 4 LYFE, and as y'all know, I've just been doing the podcast and everything. Just doing my thing. The clothing line is still popping, and doing good things.
This boy been practicing spelling that name, y'all. He
Yes,
wants to make sure that y'all knew.
I have been doing it for a minute. Yes.
Is it my turn?
When you got that glow.
I just need your permission. Give it the rotation.
When you got that glow.
I need permission.
Get it, mama.
Well, this is, of course, the one and only Tennille. Like, no one else does it.
When
That's
you got
it.
that glow.
But, yes, it has been 6 years. I was a co-host on D.I.E Radio here at Intellectual Radio, and I'm glad that we're back. But if you want to continue to follow me after this show is over, I'm on Instagram at Tennille, TNILLE, or Facebook, Tennille Allen. Give you a little taste of my life. Right now, I've been doing a lot, actually. PR media. I consult with entertainers, also manage, as well as I will be soon opening up my own event space. So if you got some events out there, holler at me. I will be able to indulge you. And I also am a mom of 2 girls, one which is going off to Hollywood and to college. So still mommying, still doing the business thing and keeping it cute all the while.
All right. Salute.
All right now.
Black girl magic walking, okay?
Nice.
That's right. Black girls rock. It's my turn.
I guess it's your turn.
Yeah.
It's my turn. Okay.
Save the words for last.
Well,
Yes.
Get off with me.
I don't think it went in that order. I think the jury's still out on that, just like with Van Dyke.
We still got it. We still got it.
Dang, we're going to get
So
that later too.
First of all, my name is Griff Taylor, aka King G Taylor.
Everybody say King Jesus. I was like King Jesus. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not Jesus or Jesus Jr. But speaking of Jesus, I am a pastor. Shouts out to the ministries, Manifest and New Sound of Joy Ministries, which I am the founder of for New Sound of Joy Ministries and the senior pastor. I'm also a media and marketing specialist where we specialize. I'm the senior vice president of Unigo Visions. Also do a little bit of media personality, master of many, and trade. What's the term? Master of one, but what is it?
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades. Yeah, there you go. Somebody's gonna get it. Somebody was gonna get it.
We got it.
Somebody's gonna get it. Well, I mastered a few things, so definitely glad to be here with my brothers and sisters. I consider these people family. Also, shouts out to the entertainment group that brought this aboard Virtual X, which I am the co-founder of,
DX.
along with Taylor Blaze, my brother. So shouts out to Taylor. All right, let's get right into it, people.
Let's go get into it.
Yeah, that's why I needed to be last.
That's why he needed to be last. He was trying to show us all up. He had a whole essay written. And y'all ladies, listen.
That's why he was late.
Don't forget, Griff is a pastor. I know I'm a little ratchet, and he hang with me, but Griff a pastor, so don't be talking crazy on his IG pictures and stuff now, okay?
Did you just call me a ratchet pastor?
No, I said I'm ratchet.
I did say that.
Well, I ain't gonna unpack that yet.
Okay, well, I'm called to a different group. Okay, even ratchet people need Jesus.
You gotta be a light in a dark place.
Exactly.
All, you know.
I like that, man. I'm a lighthouse in a dark place.
There you go. That's what it is. That's what it is. So, y'all, we are so happy to be back on air. I want to take an opportunity to thank Earl Winfrey and IntellectualRadio.com.
The other Winfrey.
Right.
Intellectual Radio
Thank
at this point, you guys, a standard in Chicago. And it feels really good to have been a part of Intellectual Radio from the beginning and to see everything that Earl has done and how he's grown this brand. And we are iHeart now and all kinds of goodness. I just want to salute Earl and say we are really happy to be back and really happy to be back in the building. So this show is going to be a great, interesting show. We're going to talk about a lot and hopefully get y'all arguing with us online. So we will be back. Die Radio in the building. Loving you guys.
If I could take you back, I would. If I could rewind the time of when it was all good. We were young, but you couldn't tell us that we didn't love. Barely out of high school when we first hooked up. Somewhere along the line we got mixed up. Things got a little bit rough, and we just gave up. If I could take it back, I would. If I could rewind the time of when it was all good, I'd be back to say goodbye. If I could take it back, I would. If I could rewind the time when it was all good, I would. Take it back to say goodbye. Na 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 na. Memories of how happy we made each other, you and me. Somehow my career took off and it changed me. Had a little cash get the best of me. No one thought success of me. Neglecting who was best for me. You about as understanding as you could be. But while you were doing that, I was busy feeling me. But right here, right now, this is my apology. If I could take it back, I would. If I could take it back, I would. If I could rewind the time when it was all good, I would. Take it back to when we said goodbye. If I could take it back, I would. If I could rewind the time when it was all good, I would. Take it back to when we said goodbye. You are so amazing. Just give me the world to me, baby. You are so amazing. Hope that you hear me. And we were young, barely out of high school when we first hooked up. But you couldn't tell us that we didn't know. If I could rewind the time when it was all good, I would. Take it back to when we said goodbye. I'm so sorry, baby. If I could rewind the time when it was all good, I would. Take it back to when we said goodbye. If I could take it back, I would. If I could rewind the time when it was all good, I would. Take it back to when we said goodbye. If I could take it back, I would. If I could rewind the time when it was all good, I would. Take it back to when we said goodbye and I. We were young, but you couldn't tell us that we didn't know love. Barely out of high school when we first hooked up. Yeah.
We are back live at Intellectual Radio with the D.I.E Radio reunion show.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You guys really need to hear this off-air banter because that's what that is what needs to be aired. But while we were off air, talking about some of our fondest moments while we were on air 6 years ago.
Yes.
There was a lot of buffoonery and high-level foolishness that went down. We were at the older studio. Since then, it's a newer studio. It's upgraded. It's nice. It's beautiful. We're just enjoying the ambiance and the new each others. You know, we've grown a bit. We've matured. Some of us.
Yes. So bougie in here.
Alrighty then. But I do want to get into our.
We got a little shady over here.
No shade.
Okay. I love you too.
You know what? I don't. If y'all don't hear me say anything for about an hour, that means I just turn my mic off because me and Griff are probably going to get into it before the show is over, and you probably are going to have to turn my mic off.
No, let them hear. That's what they hear.
Oh, okay. So y'all want the ratchet?
Just don't curse. Just don't curse. But like, give it some.
I won't curse.
Give them everything.
Watch out, okay? He's been poking at me since I walked in here.
You know, that's what I do. I'm a big brother.
But you know what?
I poke at my younger siblings. All my younger siblings can attest to that.
You know what they say.
I'm a pick at you.
If you poke the cage of a lion.
Honey, listen.
Well, if I poke you in the cage, you in the cage. And put like this, while you in that cage, I'm not just going to poke. You either going to get this meal that I'm going to feed you or...
It's love all the same. You know what? This is how you can tell I've grown, Terrell.
I see.
Because 6 years ago, I would have snatched his wig back.
Like you did a long time ago.
I've been renewed.
I don't remember that. I don't quite recall that. Y'all going to have to remind me of that.
Anywho cares, Griff.
Yes, I love you too.
Terrell, what is your fondest moment of D.I.E Radio?
It was you.
Oh God.
I have to tell the story. I don't know. It was one day that we was just sitting here and we was taking turns hosting the show, and it was your day. And I don't know what it was. Griff had said something.
Always Griff.
It was always Griff. Griff had said something, and all I know is that the N-I-double-G-A came out fast and abruptly, and everybody was like, "Oh, no cussing." The sign said no profanity zone. Everybody looked to the air like, "Why you say that?" Sound like some slaves. They was like, "Why you say that? Master gonna get you. Master gonna get you. Gonna get you early."
Oh, see, he just roused me up.
That was my fondest
why?
memory.
How do I do that to you? Like,
you have a way of doing that.
You don't know when to stop.
I guess growing up together like brothers, it happens.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Can I give you a hug?
Absolutely not.
She's not even ready yet.
See?
Give me 5 because
after the show.
Give me 5. Again, this has been 6 years, guys. So it's a lot. It's 6 years worth of like anger toward this man.
Wow.
Because I would leave
for 6 years.
Listen,
that's a long time.
I would leave here in tremors and anxiety because he would upset me so terribly during the show. I had to kumbaya in my car all the way home.
You got on my nerves quite a bit too, so let's not make this all about you.
So tell us your fondest memory, man.
Okay, one of my memories. Oh, y'all got on my nerves this day, man. It was. I brought a record. No, you was included in this too, brother.
I wasn't around.
No, Kim, you weren't around. So
yes.
I brought this record from Larry Graham in the Graham Central Station.
Who?
Larry Graham and Graham Central Station.
Even Kim said who? Who?
If I gotta repeat this one more time, I'm saying one more time.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
So the record is called Me and My Radio. It's got a nice melody to it. If you ever hear it, it's my radio, I-O-I-O, my radio. You better not laugh, boy. I will choke you.
You are not defending your case,
I will choke you with a cordless mic. I promise.
I think I remember that though.
So when I play this record, I'm just jamming. Like I'm turning up. I'm getting lit to this record.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was even doing the Carlton. You saw my arms swinging and everything. They always sitting there like.
Can you sing us a tune?
The same. I just did the melody.
He did. You ain't even here.
I thought he was choking.
Oh, no. Shots fired.
Get the strap.
I think that's just a little tune. Please.
Yeah, I'm going to get the strap.
Get the strap.
I'm going to tell 50 to bring it right now.
Get the strap.
No one knows of this song. I just need to be.
You can look it up. It's Larry Graham and Grand Central Station. It's called Me and My Radio.
Oh, I'm going.
It's got a nice record. The actual lyrics go, when I wake up in the morning and when I think of you, I turn on my radio and I listen to YOU. The record is a nice record. I'm
nostalgic. But y'all, I just want y'all to know, all of the blank stares as he's really trying to convince us and everybody in the studio live.
Y'all bringing back a memory that,
So that's your fondest memory is the song that we did. No,
it was a crazy memory. But I'm gonna be honest. My fondest memory was when we did our very first show. Mm-hmm. I could actually go on from when I first came to the station. And Earl, because when I come, I come in a different disposition. I'm very poised and very quiet. And I remember Earl was like, he brought me on to Pharoah Wordsmith's show. Shouts out to Pharoah, by the way. Oh, and
yeah.
It was you remember you brought me in and I'm sitting there, right? And he got this guy, this herbal culturist guy, whatever. So this guy says, hey man, I want to ask you a question since you're a minister. And he goes on and he never gets to the question, right? So I'm like, okay, I was waiting for a question up in there. And so Earl, you know how Earl talk. Yeah, I don't know, man. You just don't seem like you got a lot of energy, man. I don't know. This I don't know if you got it. Yeah, not. This is what he said to me. You just don't seem like you got a lot of energy.
I don't know if you got it.
I don't know if you got it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm super serious. He's sitting right there. Yeah. He's sitting less than 10 feet away from me.
People, he's nodding just so you know.
And look, I'm like, well, I said, I really turn on. I said, I grew up in entertainment, so I could turn on the camera or what. Yeah, man. I don't know if this is going to work. I just don't know, man. But you know what? I gave my word, so I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to see what you bring. But I don't know. It just better be, I give a grade level with all my shows.
What did he give you?
He said it better be a B. Oh. He said if it's a C, he going to cut the show. I kid you not.
Serious?
He told me this. He said if we did not come through,
listen.
D.I.E Radio was not going to exist.
D.I.E Radio was going to die.
Winfrey don't play. Do you understand?
The other Winfrey told me this before our first time going on air, May 23rd of 2012. Am I correct?
Wow.
When we go on the show, you could just see he was like,
you're sweating bullets, huh?
No.
You?
No.
Because you knew you were going to deliver.
And look, that's why I don't understand why you so mad at me, because I chose you, because I knew you could bring it. I had faith in you.
Oof.
I had faith in Michelle. Shouts out to Michelle, who couldn't make it here.
Wish you were here, boo.
And Terrell, when I brought y'all here, he said, and correct me if I'm wrong, he said, man, you have an impeccable team. And he said that we were probably one of the best shows, if not the best show on the air at that time.
Oh, wow. And there goes the warm and fuzzies.
Don't cry. Your makeup's so cute.
Okay.
Yeah, your makeup is cute. But no, I outside of that, Tennille has always been a very intelligent, very spot on person. I know that being in entertainment is one thing that we both equally desire, and we would get in circles where we knew mutual people.
Absolutely.
So I thought that she could bring a lot to the table. I thought Terrell could bring a lot because he was just funny. I knew this dude for a long time.
Silly
too.
self.
Since high school. I'm serious. Michelle was somebody that was new, that I kind of knew of, that I thought could be an addition. And then once we got it together, boom, birth of D.I.E Radio.
Wow. You put together a team. Look at you building stuff. Look at you putting stuff together.
Yeah, I'm kind of like the Captain America of this thing, I know how to assemble a team.
Okay, see, this is where you gotta go.
Be humble.
Okay.
Be humble.
Be humble.
Yes,
Sit down.
I'm sorry.
Sit down.
I love you too.
I really don't have a lot, to be honest, of memories, not like fond memories. I remember coming in here, every week, but everything was so spontaneous with us.
Yeah.
It was so spontaneous. We would have probably some topics that we would have on paper, but we never really followed it.
Facebook Live sees how that happened today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I that's the most thing that I enjoyed, I should say. I enjoyed that the most. It's just us gelling together, our personalities individually. There was one time that actually I did come in here a little upset. I had some stuff going on personally right before I had a phone call right before I got in here. And Terrell actually was like, "You okay? Everything okay?" And I just kind of, I fade to black when I'm in my feelings. I just do. I'm an Aquarius. But he's like, "Everything okay?" I guess he's seeing my body language or something. And I was like, "Yeah, everything is fine." He's like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "No." And he looked at me. He's like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, no, I didn't want to go into everything, but because he picked that up and we all had that to where we would always just kind of be a support system to each other. But I appreciated those moments, the laughter, and even just those silent moments of support, the head nods, or when we go off on break, everybody okay? Everybody need anything? What's going on? I just love the camaraderie of it. And I'm glad that, again, we decided to do this reunion show.
Yes.
But in all fairness, I do have to say that because Griff just did this whole "I choose you" moment. I chose you, darling. I chose you. I would not have agreed to do it if I did not trust his ability to lead. So I do want to say that you are an amazing person, and I do believe in your potential. I do believe in your capacities, and I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity.
I love you too. See, I was just
had a moment on air.
You got Griff up here crying.
Okay.
I just need a moment, man. It's a little dusty in here.
You know what?
No offense, girl. Sometimes the mics.
I know, right?
That's growth, y'all. Look at that. That's growth.
Look at that. They not fighting. They're gonna be fighting in 5 minutes.
We out.
The funny thing, I was, just for everybody as they're listening and trying to make sense of this, and they like, but Kim and she ain't in none of them stories though. So let me explain to the public. We kind of had a Destiny's Child situation. I was like a pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? I was like a pharaoh. I came in late. Wait,
who was Beyonce though? Who Griff?
Yeah,
Griff got to be Beyonce.
He was Beyonce. Tina knows.
He was Beyonce. Tina. No, but real talk. Yeah. So I came in a little late. And even when I came in to do the show actually had an alter name as well. It was BTM Behind the Mic Radio, and I did it for a very short amount of time. But I will say, I want to piggyback on what you said of the genuine family nature of people caring about you. Makes a difference, not only with our team, with this show, but also here at Intellectual. Let me say on air, just so you know, guys, me and Tennille met today for the first time ever while we hosting, like, hey, we reunion show. Nice to meet you. And it's been, the vibe has been great. But my fondest memory is a little off, y'all. So we had this one guest, right? We had this one guest, right? See how I had to turn ratchet a little bit. We had this one guest,
Here
right?
come the tea with the ice cube and the lemon.
I'm not going to say who the guest was because I'm Kim and I'm not going to do that. But I was asking them questions and I was trying to work with them and I was trying to understand the words that was coming out of their mouth. But it wasn't going too well. And I asked them a question and they said that the most important thing about them was their intelligence. Their intelligence.
Archive that show.
Oh, y'all know who it is if you think about it, because I gave them a ride to the radio interview. And I say intelligence, and they said it with a straight face, and probably until this day, this moment, they didn't know that wasn't a word. But I just want to let you know that's not a word, baby.
I'm gonna start using it though.
That's
alternative facts.
Let's not let
that vernacular is gonna turn into that.
Let's not let that catch. But yeah, that was my fondest memory, and I had to really hold myself together and not treat the guest on air. It was really a professional broadcaster's testing moment because you want to laugh in their face.
You gotta be about it. I got no picture.
Well, I'm gonna tell you honestly, I think you did.
Oh, okay.
You and we had another co-host at the time, Andre Braxton, and I think that you guys did laugh in his face, but I don't think he got it. And I don't quite think he got it. And throughout the years, as I talk to people and everything, that is my most memorable thing, that I had a guest and his intelligence was just Out this world, baby.
Yes.
Out this world. Intelligency.
Wow.
No hashtag.
No
I'm gonna use that.
intelligency. No hashtag.
No hashtag.
I'm gonna use that.
I
Every
can't
time I
even
hit y'all up,
lie.
use your intelligence.
Use your intelligency. Ooh, intelligencies, baby.
Don't
Listen,
question
you better.
the integrity
You
of my
better.
intelligence.
Intelligence.
I gotta put my spin on it.
Intelligencies.
So intelligence.
And I hope Andre Braxton is somewhere listening and laughing because he knows exactly what we're talking about. Aha.
Shouts out to Andre.
Shout out to Andre Braxton.
Right.
If you were in Chicago, if you were in Chicago, you'd be here. But shouts out to Florida and all that stuff. So yeah, fondest
Blessings
memories.
to all everybody
That
going through the tornado.
Oh,
To the
absolutely.
tornado.
Tornadoes a hurricane.
In North
The
Carolina.
tornado. Yeah.
I was like, now you don't hear about that.
You and your intelligence.
My intelligence is coming out now. See?
His intelligence
The
is kicking in.
hurricane. My
Yeah.
bad. Yeah. Shout out to
Yeah.
y'all, man. Blessings to y'all.
Yes,
Oh,
blessings to everyone in the
absolutely.
past.
Take cover.
We're praying for you.
Everyone
Yeah.
is definitely
And shout out to my
safe.
cousins because she actually is in it right now.
Really?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Did she
We're praying for
evacuate?
us.
No, she stayed. She
Oh.
stayed. So, Romika, call me.
Why do y'all? Can I
Baby,
ask y'all a
safe,
question
baby.
while we
Get
talking about
out.
that?
Yeah.
Why do black folks do that to my spirit and my soul? My
What is
family that's down there in Florida, they be on the news and they be like, it's the worst hurricane in the past 25 years. Everyone should leave. And then you
We
call your
saved it.
family down there and they be like, baby, we made it through all of these. We fine. We boarded up the windows. We gonna be okay.
No.
Why can't y'all listen for my family in the South? Can y'all please just evacuate for our sake of our worry and well-being? We don't want you to just stay.
I think when it comes to like the evacuations, a lot of the older people are not quick
Able.
to.
Right.
No, they're just not quick to leave. They're like, this is my house.
Right.
They hit for 65
Family,
years.
out.
Yeah.
It's the young people that be like,
Rough.
I'm
I'm
getting
finna
mad
get
at you.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm out.
But that's right, and that's another thing. I don't think that our generation is as loyal to things as theirs were. We real quick to move. How many times have we moved? Think about it. You know what I mean? People our age. How many times have you moved? I've lived in. I'm 32. I've lived in 7, 8 places.
Many times.
You know what I'm saying? Our parents, think about it. They had one house, two houses. They got their
for
apartment.
30, 40
And they've been there
years.
for 30, 40 years. It's a whole different lifestyle. It's a whole different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then it kind of puts you in a different mind frame because it's something that is yours. You
Yeah.
put an
Yeah.
investment
You
in
invested
it.
it. Yeah.
So that's why I ain't leaving, because I bought this.
I bought this. This is mine.
It's
All
mine.
my life,
Oh.
I had to work.
That's right.
Oh, my life. I had to
Hell, the freeze over
There's
quality.
definitely pride in ownership, but you have to be smart about it. Like
True.
if a
Absolutely.
tornado or hurricane is coming, listen, I got insurance. This house, if it go down, I'm not gonna go
I'm
down.
not gonna go
it.
with that's
Yeah.
that's the part.
Don't take too much pride that you
don't take
just-
too much pride in your
Yeah.
stuff for your life. Be
Absolutely.
gone with
'Cause
it.
it's
I'm gonna need
only
you to put more
stuff.
pride in that. You can get more stuff.
Yeah.
Can't get your life back.
Absolutely.
So down there in the hurricane, since we was talking about all this, get your butt out the hurricane path if you can.
Take
I
Thank
don't
you.
think they can. I think they
Everything.
can, but
Thank
it's
you.
just windy. It's went down to a category 1, I heard.
It's
Oh,
down
okay.
there.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's just real windy and it's
Okay.
raining a lot.
But we still
And it's
praying
sitting
for y'all.
still, right?
Yeah.
It's just sitting there.
And they
I know.
say even though if it moves, they'll see a little bit of sun, but it's gonna come right back.
That's horrible. I'm gonna just go on and stay right up here in
I've never been
Illinois.
one, and I don't think I want to move from Chicago.
Yeah, I'm gonna
man.
just stay right on up here in Illinois with our
You're
predictable weather.
Mhm.
Well,
It's
we-
not
what
that
we praying?
predictable.
Wait, actually, I was
Safe,
gonna say
predictable.
Give
It
us
is
a
not that
predictable
predictable.
severe
Safe,
weather.
predictable.
Yeah, predictable severe weather. There we go. There we go.
We will be praying for you all, those who were greatly inflicted by the storm. So our prayers are with you all, and we pray that that our government does give you all the necessities that you need in order to overcome. And for those that can evacuate, you don't want to take a chance with a storm. I am a man of faith, and I do believe that God is in control of everything. But even God will give you warning. He will give you warning
Yes,
before the
sir.
disaster. So please take caution.
Take heed.
The upper room.
And on that note,
where
I
Jesus
guess we're gonna be like civilized. Griff wanted to
I
be
know.
all
I didn't got all
civilized.
somber and stuff.
Right, I was
And
like,
look, I just wanted to tell my people out in North
We
and
gonna
South
pray for
Carolina that I'm praying for you.
you, but dang, we not praying either. I'm praying
Yeah,
too.
we
I don't
praying
care
for
what Griff
too.
said. He was like that.
I'm speaking on
praying
my
for him.
behalf. I ain't saying that y'all not praying either.
I'm messing.
I feel like praying right now if you really want to know.
Everybody got quiet.
Everybody was
Boy, I tell you, boy, church scared folk.
honey,
If you scared to go to church, I be like,
Everybody
boy,
said,
people scared to
y'all,
go to church.
it was
We didn't know
like,
if you was
I didn't know if you were that serious.
They was probably they thought it was dead air and everything. They was like, my radio stopped working. I don't understand.
Quiet.
I was actually being facetious with the prayer.
Yeah, I don't know. But let me ask y'all a question. Then, since we talking, and you said a word that was a little hot spot for me. Government.
Government. All right. What about it?
Government.
What are you talking about?
So since we're talking about hurricanes and we're talking about government, I saw recently on the news that 45, personally I don't say his name, so he's gonna be 45 to me. 45 made a statement and he said that we did the best job in Puerto Rico in regards to saving and rebuilding and rehabilitating and that sort of thing. That I think his words were a tremendous success. I believe is what he said. And I'm just curious about how you all feel about 45 and his delusions, using that as an example.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, delusion is really speculatory to the president. First, I'm just going to say personally, I respect the office of the president of the United States of America. However, I find it challenging to respect the president who was elected using racism and separatism as a platform in order for him to gain presidency. I just find it challenging for me to do that. This is a person who literally has probably done more antics that shade room that media take out that anybody can gather from. It's like, and here it is, you have Omarosa where it's about to write a book about you, and everybody's kind of like spilling the tea. But the craziest part about all of this is that for the first time, I'm baffled by this. This man goes on national television and commits treason. Treason. No, that facts by definition of the law. Yeah. And he still sits in this office, not impeached, and still operates. It baffles me to live in a nation in this time where that is possible. That is my thoughts.
What's impossible to me to understand is why the heck is he constantly on Twitter? Like, on Twitter. I ain't even on Twitter that much.
Do you go to sleep?
Like, I guarantee you say the wrong thing to him, he will respond to you.
You know what I'm saying?
He had too much time on his hands. I am not normally into politics. I choose not to be. It's not because I keep myself aware of the things that are extremely important to myself and my family, my community. However, I don't indulge in politics, if you will, and that is definitely a choice. I choose not to have an opinion about him because it is very negative. So I don't even want to create a space to be able to think anything below or above. I just choose not to.
You're grown. I like you.
That's just a personal. I can't do right now. He is in office, and it's something that I can't change. I can't pull him out of the White House. Right. I can't remove him from his position. I can be a voice for as much as I can be a voice, but it's negative, so I choose not to be. So what else can I do? Nothing. So I'll just continue to remain idle. I'll be silent on this one.
Let me commend your grown woman on that. I'm not there yet.
Stand up.
But let me commend your grown woman on that. I ain't there. I'm pretty vocal. I'm pretty vocal. But follow-up question for anyone that wants to take it, and then we're going to go ahead and move on because politics just make everybody so uncomfortable, even though we have to talk about it. But Griff, you touched on a point, and I really want to see if anybody has any ideas. Why has he not been impeached? And I think that there are a lot of different things that we've looked at and we've considered and that sort of thing. But I can't just say it's race because I've looked at other presidents do additional things and be impeached as well. So my biggest concern and my bafflement and the thing that I just don't get is how much can you do before we remove you? What is it? Like, how is he still there? Like, how is it possible? That's the part that I don't get. Like, how is it logically and logistically possible that this man is still in office, given everything that he has done, even since before he won the presidency? That's just the part that I don't get. And I'm just curious as to if any of my co-hosts have any ideas as to how is this happening? Because it don't make sense to me.
From my viewpoint, how I see it is when you have people of power, when you have own support system or people around you that have the access and the powers that be, you can do anything you want and get away with it. I do PR. I've seen entertainers do the worst of the worst, and it is my job to turn it around.
Damage
if you
control.
get into a bar fight tonight and I'm with you, I have to be able to go in front of the press and say, it wasn't him, or his cousin died and he just blacked out and had a moment. I have to be able to overcome that and overturn what everybody else
that narrative
sees and just think he is the president. So what I do on a minimal scale, he has 300 people in places that can do on a larger scale. So anything that he does is always protected. So being impeached is not an option right now. It's too many people in power, and he's done this very strategically. He's built the people around him in his cabinet. He's built it extremely intelligently. Intelligence, baby. He has to use that word again. But he's done a hell of a job in protecting himself. So that's why he can act like a buffoon, because people are going to cover it up. It's like you throw the rock and hide your hand.
He put enough people in the right place.
Absolutely. He knows what he's doing.
This is real life scandal.
Absolutely. And
the scandal don't even seem crazy.
Let's not take away that it's not like everybody hates him. There are some diehard him supporters. They are some diehard him.
Don't let your president get your butt whooped.
So just think, those people are not even in politics or any form of government. Those are people like you and I, just live a day to day. But they're coming by the drones and they support him. They're not gonna let nothing happen to him. So how can we invade? How can we try and intrude a space that is impossible
to penetrate? We can't.
The only thing that's probably going to get him out of office, in my belief, is when his term is over, everybody go out and vote, and you make sure you vote for the right person. You make sure that you use your voice and use your ability, because there's a lot of us that don't have the ability to vote. So just please exercise your right, or death. And I hate to say it, but those are the only two things that are going to get him out of.
Bring back Stormy Daniels. Bam.
Stormy Daniels don't even matter.
Monica Lewinsky.
At this point, there's nothing that he's done that, like you said, it's got to be death or you ran your term.
Yep. That's it.
Like, because at this point, guys, come on now. If the president with a porn star, that ain't do it. It just ain't gonna get done. Come on now. It just ain't gonna get done.
Getting away with murder already. So
it just ain't gonna get done.
Basic. People have lost it. Family members they've lost their homes, they've lost their assets, and he's in the crowd throwing paper towel over people's heads.
Really? Catch this.
This is not funny.
Do that exactly.
Like who are you?
This is the same guy that was making fun of somebody with special needs. Like, are you serious?
In addition to the fact that this is the same guy who's been entitled his entire life. He don't know what struggle is. He can't relate.
Only thing that's struggling is that toupee on top of his head.
Yep.
Struggle, boy.
Good money.
And that's spray tan. And that's spray tan.
Good money.
And that's spray tan.
The struggle pay.
I say, give it up. Get you a customized unit. Get that lace done and flatten
and
down.
Keep that and hold that down.
Right. Get some ghost bond and glue that thing.
You got people that can keep you as president. You ain't got nobody that can fix that toupee. You can't. Come on now.
On that note, let's just
let's get there.
Let's just not talk about him anymore, because
let's just not.
It's changing my whole
But
energy.
that was a good little political segment for a minute.
Right.
We're gonna give y'all a minute and get yourselves together, and when we come back, we're gonna have some a little more fun for y'all. We're gonna have some fun and maybe a little controversy, but not political controversy. A little fun controversy.
But people love drama. They do. We're
gonna give y'all
tune in for the drama.
D.I.E Radio will be back soon.
All right.
Trying to find my way back to you. I appreciate your patience, 'cause you didn't have to be around. I swear every day you with me, never again will I let you down. I'm in need of love, you're in need of love. I promise you now, I'm going all out. I wanna love you, baby, like I never have before. Just know that you're my lady, you're my lady, now or forevermore. I wanna love you, baby, never have before. lady. From now on forevermore. Wasn't sure about my feelings early on, that's why I let you go. You were never far away, girl. This how I know this thing of ours for sure. If anything within my reach, girl, to keep a smile on your face. You mean everything to me. It ain't no woman that can take your place. I'm in need of love. And baby, you're in need of love. I promise you now. I promise I'm going all out. I wanna love you, baby. Love you, baby. Like I never have before. Like I never had. Know that you're my lady. I wanna love you, baby. Let me love you, baby. Know that you're my lady. From now on forever. Shoo-dee-doo-bop, shoo-doo-bop, I wanna love you. I wanna love you. Shoo-doo-bop, I wanna love you. Won't you listen to me? Shoo-dee-doo-bop, shoo-doo-bop, I wanna love you. I wanna love you, baby. I wanna love you, baby. Baby. You said you was down, so how can you play me? How does it feel to know you hella shady? Queen, my ride or die to the 180. Gave me the word, you said you were my baby. Yeah, you was down, so how can you play me? How does it feel to know you hella shady? Queen, my ride or die to the 180.
And welcome back to D.I.E Radio. This is your girl, Kim Brio, here with the whole squad. Everybody introduce yourself again for the late people squad. Everybody.
Mr. Preppy Boy in the building. You know, it's real, son.
You don't talk like that, and you're not from New York.
He really don't talk like that.
You're not even from Brooklyn.
Son.
I mean, son. Oh my God. Where are your Timberland boots?
Why you call me out? We blowing my spot, kid. You know what I'm saying? Son?
He's from Lincoln Park, guys.
Really? I am. I'm sorry. I mean, sometimes you gotta fake the songs. You know what I'm saying? You got me through the hoods. The hoods of the world.
Edgewater, guys.
Edgewater. You know.
Give up the ghost.
Sorry. I mean,
he is always the life of the party. You gotta have him. You
gotta eat my plain chips.
So me and Preppy Boy ain't the only people here. Everybody else is here. Come on, everybody, introduce yourself.
This is Neil logging back in on this thing. It's been an interesting hour with these folks, but yes, Neil.
I'm tripping.
Why
you know what? Him and Griff said the same thing. They're like, "Oh, it's been an hour. I ain't even looking at time. I guess we're having fun, right?"
Yeah.
I guess we're having fun.
I guess that's good, right?
Yeah.
Time is flying.
Yeah. These folks are. I'm telling you, y'all have to be here behind the scenes. Like
it's really better when the mics
some
is
good
off.
saucy, good tea being poured. It's some good tea being poured. But again, I am Taneo, co-hosting the D.I.E Radio reunion show here at Intellectual Radio. Just having a good time.
All right. And I am Mr. Griff Taylor.
If you don't
better
get
known
your
as
for silk.
G Taylor.
That's his Teddy Pendergrass.
He about to
voice.
tell y'all his
Yes, it
zodiac
is.
sign. He like
I'm
long
a
walks.
Cancer.
My name is Earl. I'm an Aquarius.
He like
No,
long.
you
He like
you got
long
really sound like Earl when you do.
You petty.
Yeah, this Earl. I'm not. You got to do it right.
My bad.
You got to do it. Ain't that right, Earl?
If you gonna do it, he say that's right. If you gonna do it,
Put some stank on it.
go ahead, introduce yourself, Mama.
Oh, yes.
For the people.
Hi.
There you go.
Hello, guys, again.
She's all nervous.
Right? She like, oh my
Listen
God.
My name is Toria, aka PGT93 on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
And
Facebook.
Wednesday
all
was
of
her
the
birthday.
above.
Happy
Wednesday
belated
was my
birthday.
Thank you.
Happy belated birthday.
Just turned 25.
I was gonna
She's a
ask, but I didn't
baby.
want to ask on
Quarter
air.
life.
A
How
quarter?
old are you?
You 25.
quarter?
That's so
I
cute.
was
Do a throwback. She won't know it though.
That's
Kim,
cute.
you would do it. Just say you her and fill her in on this throwback.
Okay.
Bam.
You go.
Oh.
You don't even know what
I don't
it
even
is.
know what it is. I'm
I
down.
already think I know
Anybody
what you about
30
to
and
do.
over should know it. Who's this on their birthday live? It's Kim. Hey Kim, what's your zodiac sign?
Oh, now I know all about that.
It's
now.
today
Your
your
birthday?
birthday. Yes, it is. You know it is.
And how old are you on this day?
I ain't gonna tell you.
What?
Go Kim. It's your birthday. Go Kim. It's your birthday, Kim. Where you from?
Where you from?
Southside. That was
Bad boy gotta say bye-bye. Happy birthday from WGCI.
Oh my God, I miss Mike Love and the Dead.
I know.
Shout out to them, man. Them are my big bros.
I heard that. Oh, you
Those
knew
are my
it.
big
Okay.
brothers. Shout out to Mike
now,
Love.
y'all.
Oh, she's not that young.
know
You know
that.
that. She was when I said
Oh,
that.
man,
She was
back
in her
in the
car
day.
seat listening to that. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. We be acting sorry. We had a moment. But anybody from Chicago had it with us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Mike
Yes,
Love
they
and the
did.
Dead.
Yes.
Oh, that was like radio back then was just like super
Oh my
dope. The
God.
whole
It
was
so dope.
106 Jam.
Oh my God.
God.
Pink House. Shouts out to Pink House, man. Rest in peace, brother.
Buddha Quan. Like, I mean, it's, man.
I remember
miss so
Dr.
many
Love.
dope.
I'm Dr. Love, baby.
Before it got
I'm
real commercial. Like,
Rick
real
Party.
commercial.
Rick
Oh, man.
Party.
Yeah.
Rick
No,
Party.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
First lady.
Rick Party.
Shouts out to y'all, man.
Somebody gave us-
No, it was Rick Party. Rick
You
Rick
remember?
Party.
I don't remember that one.
Yes.
There was another one
You
before
gotta
that.
That was
leave
his
now,
intro.
for real.
That was his intro.
You gotta leave now, for real.
Yes,
My
that
bad.
was his
That's
intro.
it. Get up. No, I'm just joking.
Right.
No, I was just joking. Don't leave for real.
Then he had another one like Rick Party.
That's what
It's
that
it.
was.
Oh, that was Oh yeah, that was there.
Yeah, that
was
Okay,
cool.
you're right.
And you know what? Since we're talking about radio, listen, I want to talk about music though, because I love music and I like to listen to new music and I like to get put onto new music.
Mhm.
And I just kind of want to know what everybody's vibe is musically. Because like me, my music vibe, I'm like, well, the live people could see me. I'm like Erykah Badu, Jill
yes.
Scott,
You don't
Fonte,
say.
Knife. He already know me, so he already know. I'm like, give me some Little Brother, play the comment, play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's me.
Yeah.
Wow.
So a couple of new artists, in case anybody like likes music that I listen to, there's a couple of new artists that are on that like, I'm like, I mess with you. It's this one girl, her name is Ari Lennox. ARILENNOX. Go look her up. Y'all, she dope. She go
Yes, she
hard.
do.
She's really dope. She got a nice little raspy little voice and she be, singing this little poetic stuff. And you be like, I don't know what that means, but it sounds like it means
Right.
so cool.
Right.
She wrote that for me.
Like that, she wrote that for me.
Flowers in the lands are hand over.
She wrote that for me. Look, what's y'all's favorite music and what are you into musically right now?
Oh man, I'm versatile
supposed
with
to
mine. I am into everything though, but I've lately just been listening to straight old school R&B. So like,
Oh, you've been on your
like,
old man.
yeah, for real. I've been my old man, some Keith Sweat and some
yeah.
old Lily Wilkins, Lily Williams, and that's what I listen to now. I mean, I listen to some Jacquees every once in a while. That's the new guy.
Yeah, no,
You know, but. Shoot, I'm an 80s baby, man. I gotta listen to
listen,
old school
Terrell
stuff.
be sitting on the black leather couch at the crib with a cup of Hennessy,
With my
listening
cigar.
With his
listening to
robe
the
on.
old music where the kids be like,
No.
Daddy, and he be
Let
like,
it
Daddy
go.
having his own time
He
now.
got his robe on like he at Masterpiece
Go,
Theater.
He looking like
King,
Julie.
yo.
Right? Daddy having his grown up time now.
Got
Go on
you.
now. When you hear
Got
this
you.
music.
Playing that titty.
The music, I've always been pretty versatile when it came to my music. I like all kinds of music, to be honest, but I've always been a neo soul girl at heart.
Yeah.
I love neo soul music. I remember when Music Soul Child and Life Jennings first came out. Oh my God, I was diehard. Yes, I was just in my mind on my way here. I was like, Floetry just needs to reunite, just one tour. I love Floetry. I know. So just like nice subtle music. I'm not really into the ratchet music per se nowadays, but I'll say it again. How did you say it? The what? The ratchet. She didn't say ratchet. She said, the ratchet. Yeah, but don't get it twisted, because I do live in duality. It's two of me. So every now and again, I turn up all the way up. Turn my mic up. I turn all the way up, but I can't balance. It's
What's
like
your turn up music?
I like 2 Chainz.
I
like 2 Chainz. I like Young Thug. I do.
Oh, okay.
Drake is all right, but I'm not a Drake. Like, I like his music, but I'm not like a uber fan. I just, I like his music.
Mess with him.
Yeah, I mess with him.
I mess with
so, but again, neo soul has always been my first love, and I also like 90s R&B. Even like I've been, what I've gotten into, and don't judge me. But recently, I've been listening to like music like the Beach Boys and like
me too.
I wish they all can be.
I listen to
them Beach Boys.
Yeah, like just because. Listen,
hold on, Larry Graham in the Grand Central Station.
My
The reason why I listen to that music, because it's the core of what real music is, regardless of what the genre is, and I like to be able to see what they were talking about. I like to be able to hear the instruments in the background. They were organic. It wasn't no like studio time to where they were putting auto tune and everything. They had real live bands. They had real live bands in the studio with them playing these instruments, and I like to hear that. I like to be able to close my eyes and say, "Oh, I can hear the drum," or I like to be able to do that. I identify the pieces of the music. Absolutely. Yes. And I think that's where a true love for something, when you look behind the scenes, and when you try to do your own little like investigation, when you try to just delve into it just a little bit more to better understand it, because I do love music myself. So I don't not listen to anything. I'll listen to some hard rock, I'll listen to some rock and roll, I'll listen to some contemporary gospel, I'll listen to pop. I love Tori Kelly. She's a pop artist. I'll listen to country. They'll have you in a bathtub with one sock on and a bottle of Tylenol. Ready to just take yourself out.
I didn't even, forget it.
Why you got one sock on?
Like those songs are depressing, man. I thought blues was depressing.
No, man, they be going in. They be like, I lost my woman, my mama died today. I got lost my job. My dog.
All my exes live in Texas.
In one day.
Best friend left with my wife, but my dog said it was all right. So I left and went to Mississippi the whole night.
The whole time I be in the corner like, heck, my dog died. So I be feeling it. But that's okay.
Griff, what you
listen to, Griff?
Let's see. I listen to a variety of stuff.
Really
I can't say that, my
stuff that we don't know about.
We got to
my ear palette has really gained the interest of the Beach Boys. I'm sure you and Jackie Chan definitely. Who's coming? I'm just saying that.
It's for the love of music, Griff. It's the love of music.
Yeah, I wish they all could be California girls too.
Actually, the Beach Boys had some hits, even though they did sample. What did they sample? They sampled blues, right? The Beach Boys.
I'm not sure.
What you talking about? That group that sampled them?
No, the Beach Boys. They were all like. Blues is the origin of music, in my belief. Right. So when the blues was a swinging thing, the Beach Boys kind of slid in, and then they would turn the tempo, which is how they became so iconic, because they slowed down the tempo in some areas, and they became this whole what do you call it? The swing.
You
have to go make me do some research. I like to learn, and I want to.
So Cadillac Records talks about that. Remember,
I didn't even watch that one.
I seen it. I don't pay no mind.
Cadillac Records talks about that.
But I should watch it because Beyonce was in it and I like her. So I should watch that.
Yeah. Get your knowledge on. Get
Yeah,
your intelligence on.
Yeah, get my intelligence on.
For real.
You know?
She missing out.
It's really good.
But y'all ain't gonna make me lose my train of thought. Y'all not gonna do it today. Not today. Not today. Not on duty. Not on duty.
Who is your favorite artist today?
Right now, you know what? I have to say, I still respect I'm a big hip hop culture person. Even though I love all kinds of music, I'm just a big person, advocate for the hip hop culture. Right now, the music has turned into something that I don't quite understand, but there are still people that's a part of this generation that I do like. One in particular is J. Cole.
Oh, yeah. He is dope. J. Cole is dope.
J. Cole is just, he is phenomenal, man. Like, I really think that guy is really on another level where he really sees a vision. I can understand why Nas was kind of like why he even made a record called I Let Nas Down, you know. And then for Nas to have enough respect to actually give him a reply like, no, you didn't let me down. I actually thought your stuff was dope. You know, and put like this.
Nas album was dope too, the one that just came out.
Yeah. About that. Oh, let's not forget about that.
Oh my God.
Man, just guys that are legendary in my book.
And Kanye produced it.
And you know what? Shouts out to Kanye.
I know that.
Yeah,
Shouts out to Kanye.
Shouts out to Kanye.
Yeah, we still love you in Chicago. Don't let nobody tell you no different. We love you.
Look, I'm gonna tell you all, man. He is really about to do something that's very interesting. I think this is just my opinion. I know a lot of people may not share this, but I think musically he's a genius.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
I think that, and Lonnie Love said this on The Real. I think that after the loss of his mother, that just became a very traumatic experience for him. Put like this is a guy I performed around. Like I remember when we would go to Kennedy King College, the old Kennedy King, and we performed. And this guy was just moving around in circles. And I remember when GLC, I had a conversation with GLC, and he told me, man, like Kanye just thinks like that. Like this brother is really gifted. And just to add to the fact that when he produced this new album, man, and for him to have a record that he did with D.I.E, where he's like kind of like Ye versus the People, I thought that was brilliant. If anybody's ever heard that record, you know. But there is one particular record from a young guy that I do like. I'm talking about, I love this record. And it's on the soundtrack of one of my favorite films right now, Uncle Drew. Shouts out to Kyrie Irving. Yeah. This record is by Tone Stith, and it's called Light Flex.
What's his name?
Tone Stith. Tone Stith. You know,
is it hip hop?
It's like a R&B kind of like that. And 2 Chainz is on the record, by the way. 2 Chainz is on the record.
She'll listen to it now. I will.
Man, look, I'm talking about this record is so dope right now, man. And his lyrics are real PG. You know, they you know what I'm saying, they clean. And put it like this, I listen to some of his music. He actually, for a young guy, you could tell this guy's young. For a young guy, he kind of gives you this feel of like when oh God, I can't even think of his name. When Trey Songz first came out, when he was more soulful.
He sings and
he's a singer.
Raps. Okay.
He's a singer. He doesn't rap. He sings.
Oh, he sings.
But his stuff is so soulful, and then some of the stuff he writes is like, man, really deep. Like I just love that record. So I just said, you know, let me try to listen to this guy. And this guy is really like I know you'll love this stuff. For him to be that young, it's like he creates music. I think it's kind of like ahead of his time. Yeah. Like who you sat around for you to produce music.
Who your mama? Who your mama?
Yeah.
Like y'all was listening to Saturday morning.
Who raised you?
Who raised you?
Like,
in
man,
a good way
who
this time.
was playing records when you was a baby in the stomach, you know?
Yeah.
In the womb.
I do think that music definitely has changed, but you have people now, like you're talking about this new guy, Tone Stith, who probably did have that homegrown, like his mama cooking greens and listening to a Franklin type of, you know, so that's where it comes from. There's another artist who I'm obsessed over. Ugh.
Oh, she just had a moment.
Ro James.
Love.
Now, not only does Ro James, he has a Prince vibe almost. If you're a Prince fan, he kind of sounds almost like Prince, but with much more soul, and his octaves are a lot lower. But what he says in his songs, he's a metaphorical type of. So he used a lot of metaphors, and they're thought provoking because you have to be like, did he just say? And the 1 and 2 equals what? Like you have to think about it, but it's very, very essential. It's soulful, and it makes you think. Like that song "Permission" that I said earlier. He's basically asking a woman, with your permission. You know, I
this
want
is that guy.
Yeah.
Somebody else just put me onto that record.
What guy asks permission to any woman nowadays? They just say, like, come here, girl. You know?
Clearly.
But even just stuff like that, there's new artists that are coming out that you can tell they probably have some good roots, some good soul.
Yes, a few of them. Her.
I love her.
I love her.
Daniel Caesar.
Oh yes.
There's a couple of them. There's a young man named Gordon Banks.
Oh yes, I love him.
I love him. Love him. There's a new class coming out of music now that actually is really music.
Yeah.
And like you said, you can hear instruments.
It's called indie soul or something like that.
Yeah, they got a whole new lane that they're trying to create. And I am here for it.
I'm here. I'm all here. I got the front row. I bought the whole front row.
Listen,
I want to sit for the whole concert.
And for all the new Black Girl Magic, there's a lot of new like the girl Ari Lennox. There's Nate. How you say her name? It's a couple of young Black neo soul girls that I'm gonna have to send you the links to, because you look real interested in real life. You look interested in real life. Like, yeah, it's a lot. And also, if we're talking about neo soul, because you're a big neo soul fan, close friend of Terrell. No. Let me shout out Story Devereaux.
What up, sis? Yeah.
And Toby.
Shout out to Story.
Y'all, if you want quality music, if you want real music,
What's
if you
the
want to
name?
Story Devereaux, STORIE. If you want real music with instruments, honey, and vocals, honey, and depth, honey, and messages, honey, listen, let me tell you.
No, Story's
Dirty
dope.
Red Vinyl is the name of the project, and if we're gonna talk about neo soul and we in Chicago, I'm not gonna not say it. So, y'all, if you like neo soul, put your cell phone. You will appreciate it.
Story Devereaux.
You will appreciate it. You will appreciate
Thank
it.
you for that. I got something to look forward to.
See, she like, look, I'm going to go on my Spotify and hook it up.
Girl, I like new music. I like to be able to just quiet myself.
Just vibe.
Yeah.
And I like good music. It's just something about music. It just lifts my spirit.
Yes, it does.
Period. I can be in the lowest place, just like tired or just overworked, overwhelmed, whatever. And I put on a good little
something.
It's my coping mechanism. It just changes. Am I the only one?
No.
I started learning this about this. I ain't gonna preach because I know I'm a preacher. But
go on, preach.
But spiritually, music affects us. Like there's a story about David where he was playing the harp. Like the Bible quotes him as the sweetest psalmist. And psalmist just basically means that he loved to praise God. He a lot of the psalms in the book of Psalms, you could really make them into songs.
Right.
Matter of fact, we've heard songs that were
are
made from the book of Psalms. So David would play his harp for Saul at a time when he was pressed, in order to remove a spirit that was vexing him. And that just shows you the power of how music can be used as an instrument or even as ministry.
Yeah, I mean, and on a personal note, the fact that you said that, I'm just going to be real transparent with everybody because it's going to help somebody. So I struggle with depression, real life. And music is my only thing that is like, if nothing else, and you can't figure out what you're depressed about, you can't figure it out. Listen, if anything, I'm going to turn on a Beyonce song and feel myself and swing my hair. And when I get done, I might be like, it's a little rough, but still, honey, I slay all day.
You rock your hair back and forth. You rock your hair back and forth.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? By the time I get done. And it's very funny that you said that because I can identify that with that on a deeper level. Yeah. Real talk.
Well, fun fact, as African Americans, if y'all did not know, the origin of dance came from Africa.
Yes.
How they would play the drums.
Went to the African diaspora.
Absolutely. Okay. And they would actually, the sun would be their guide, how the rays would kind of go in and out. That's how they would beat.
So create the beat.
So just listen to how they both work in a cohesive nature. The sun, when you step out into the sun, it just brightens up everything, right? Some, like in my house, I like to open up my windows because I need to let some sun in. I need to let some light in. And I know Griff is the preacher, but light is you need light, and that's why they say
you're melanated.
Absolutely no, but biblically as well. God is our light. We need light that gives us life. So the light. The sun represents the light and represented the light in Africa. So they would use the sun rays as kind of like a rhythm and they would beat their drums and they would shake their beaded those wood paddles with it. But that's how they would create it, and then they would dance to it. So this is why African Americans or Africans as a culture, why we always just automatically just feel something.
Just feel it. Rhythm.
That's where we get it from. There was no special instruments back then. There was nothing. The sun gave them the energy, the sound gave them the movement, and then our bodies produced it. And that's why we are automatically just quick to just jump. And that's why the love of music is so thorough when it comes to us as Africans, because our ancestors, they were the first to do it. They were the first to do it. How they would call their cattle. They would a rhythmic beat, and the animals noticed. The animals knew what that call was. So it's deep. It's deep. I was just about to say.
You just gave our secret away. You just gave our secret away. Now y'all know.
I've been reading a little.
Listen, y'all on this show, we done laughed. We done got mad. We done got
educated. I have the sun. And the moon. Come.
You gave me so much information. You know how when people give you good information, you make ugly faces. She'll be like,
I'm like, ooh, this girl been reading the African diaspora. I'm like, come on with it.
I've been reading a little bit.
She said, I've been reading a
little bit. Well, that goes for your intelligence.
Your intelligence is key. Y'all, hey, you know what? Hashtag intelligence.
Get to our newcomer. What's your favorite music?
Yes, baby. What you listen to? The young.
Speaking of, I listen to a wide variety of music. I'm talking everything from back in the day, Slick Rick, Bone Thugs, DMX, Jay-Z and all them. And then it went to a small, I think I'm a little too mature for my age. So coming up, I listened to Erykah Badu, Jill Scott,
no
India
such thing, baby. You just seasoned, baby.
Right with
India Arie, and of course Miss Lauryn Hill. Come on now. And my little 6-7 years old was actually in them grown women feelings.
Yeah.
Understanding what they were saying. Like, yes, you better call Tyrone and tell him to come get, like I knew what I was talking about. So as of today, I really don't listen to today's music because I'm currently stuck in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
So I'm listening to a little bit of Soft Cell, Bon Jovi, Queen.
What you know about Queen?
She.
Come on now, give me some credit now.
She's dropping names.
Come on now.
She's dropping names. Okay.
George Michael, Toto, Bonnie Tyler, Kim Carnes.
I'm gonna remove your youngin card.
Yeah, you come on into the 30 club. Come on.
Especially Miss Whitney Houston, Cyndi Lauper. I mean, come on now, them days.
Good music.
Back in the day. Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah, she's welcome. Yeah, she get her stripes today.
She's welcome. I'm gonna give her grown card.
Absolutely.
Like, music today, it's not what it used to be back in the day. It's just not. Like I turn on the radio and it's just the same repetitive. It's not a story. It's not emotion. It's
raindrops, drop top.
No, we ain't gonna say we can't listen to the radio.
This is talk radio because they listening because they want to talk.
Right.
But what I was saying, if you want new music, you can't listen to the radio for new music because they're gonna give you that same top 40, the same.
Right.
I'm telling you, but I promise you, girl, listen. Everybody listening, there is a class of people coming out of young people with music. I promise they're not about to let you down, baby.
No. I think over the next probably 5 to 7 years, music will definitely take a turn.
For the better.
For the better. Yeah. Because nowadays, I remember when you knew the words to every song.
Yes.
I'd be like, wait, what did he just cry? He just went wham, wham, wham.
Like,
I was like, what is it?
Like,
it's not even
words.
And there's somebody right now going,
Like, I never thought I would live in a day where I'd have to ask my little sister, like, what did he just say?
Yeah.
Like, well, hold on. Did that just come out of my mouth?
Yeah. You sound like your parents, right? Right. It's sound effects. They go through 3 different types of emotion. They want to kill you, then love you, and then they want to steal from you. Like, why are you so tripolar in this song?
Thank you.
Because they on that.
Like, did you take your medicine today?
No, that's what's wrong. They ain't take their meds that day.
They own that stuff. That's what it is.
But somebody
what kind of lean does that?
This is the kicker. Somebody was in the studio with them saying,
yeah. You got it, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Somebody okayed this. They okayed it.
Okay.
See, that's why I couldn't be, because I'm too raw. I'll be like, look, if you don't get this crap out of here, this is not. I need to understand what you're saying.
But you know what? They're not about
it's like it's making it lazy music for people who have speech impediments.
Yeah, but they're making music. But y'all, let's be real. They're making music for the generation. Okay.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
And that sometimes
I'm so sorry for my younger generations that may be watching. That's true. But they're and I ain't talking about you, baby. I'm talking about the youngs. I ain't talking about you. You 25. I'm talking about the youngs. They're making money for these. This is a generation of people of instant gratification. They don't have to think. They don't have to look nothing up. They don't have to do nothing. They don't know what a dictionary, y'all, real talk. I was having a branding consultation, and she said, well, I'm trying to figure out what to name my business. And I said, okay, well, baby, this is what I do. I say, I take the 3 or 4 things that I want the brand to exude, and I go to the thesaurus and I look those words up and I put them together and put something together. And y'all know what this baby said to me?
What's a thesaurus?
Yes, she did.
Oh, wow.
That's not what it said. Meeting canceled.
Look, baby. I remember when I was doing a thing for the Sigma Gamma Rho for the Theta chapter out here, and I remember we were just talking about how we used to do book reports using the D.I.E decimal system. And these kids like, what's that?
What's that? They don't even know what books are.
Why didn't you just Google it? Like, we didn't even have Google. We didn't even have cell phones.
They
don't
know what encyclopedias are. They think when you say encyclopedia, Wikipedia, baby.
No, Britannica.
Books, baby.
Before Wikipedia.
Kim, you're absolutely right. It is definitely a lazy generation. What is it, millennials or Generation X?
Millennials.
Generation X. So the millennials are, it's definitely, and I'm only hoping that it does not get worse, because I have an 18-year-old and then I have a 12-year-old, and she's not a part of the millennial just yet. It's the next generation that she'll be technically a part of by the time she turns 16, 17. So I'm hoping that in her generation, they actually pick it up, because I don't want her to be drastically affected, because again, you can become your surroundings.
Yes.
And it's only so much I can do, because she's with her peers a lot. Right. So I try. When she does her homework, I'm like, look, do not use your phone. No, do not use your calculator. Yeah. Yes. No, you're gonna
piece of paper and figure it out.
Longhand math. You're gonna have to do it all. I try. But nowadays, these kids, they are so lazy.
Yeah. They're not even teaching cursive. They don't know how to sign their name.
Because they talk in cursive. That's why they come.
How do you do that?
That's why they come.
What you mean? How you do that? That's how we started the conversation. These songs.
They're thinking and talking. That's why.
I wish Funk Flex had the bombs right now. They talk in cursive.
Did you see her face when she looked at me?
No, that made perfect sense to me.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what I will say? There's hope, though. There's hope. There's a small amount of people as a whole. The generation is scary to look at where the generation is, but there's hope. There's far and few in between, but they're there. And what I have to say to them and the people like them, the only thing that's going to change where we're at is action. Get out. Young ladies, get out and meet these young ladies. Get out and influence them. And same thing with the young men, because a lot of times they only do what they know, what they see. They only do what they see. They only do what they know. Get your black girl magic self that you done got your degree and you think you fly and you stay in the burbs now, and go to the city sometimes and let them see what can be and what they can be, because part of it is that, and that's why I have hope for your daughter. Your daughter live with black girl magic, baby. She gonna be fine.
Absolutely.
I'm a choker.
That's
a choker red.
That's part of the black girl. That's part of the black girl magic too. We got Lakaya and Pepper in there that will get you if we need to. We gonna love you, but we gonna get you too. But there's hope. Yeah. There's definitely hope. There's what's that young lady, guys? Help me, Yara Shahidi.
Oh, she is an amazing.
She's an amazing young lady.
Oh, she's an amazing spirit.
There was I just watched Black Girls Rock last week. Oh, yes. There was that other young lady. She's in elementary school and she's an activist.
She spoke at some
political rally.
It was a rally. Yeah.
Yeah. There's hope. There's hope. There's
you can
hope.
see it through them. Well spoken, well poised.
Yeah.
But what I will say, desperately to my people that are listening, and the majority of them are Black, you got to get active.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Enough talking about it. Talking about it ain't gonna do nothing. Social media statuses are not going to do anything about it. Arguing with the people next to you aren't going to do it. It's not going to do anything about it. Stop talking about it and go be about it.
Absolutely.
If we all did the smallest things, it would make a big difference.
Yes.
Y'all want to talk about gun violence in Chicago? It's your fault. Your kids is out here. They running around. You don't know where your kids are.
Yeah, take responsibility.
You don't know where they at. You don't know who they're around. You don't know what they doing. Do what your parents did for you. Put them in an activity. You want to know why I wasn't in trouble? I ain't had no time to be in trouble because I had Girl Scouts, I had speech team, I had swim class, I had ballet, I had piano. I can't play and do none of that stuff now, but I had something to do.
Over the summer, you was in church summer camp.
I was in church summer camp. Okay, I was in freedom school. Yeah. Okay, there were things. At this point, y'all are responsible.
Now I'm gonna take it a step further. Fathers and to those men that have produced children, you all need to hold up the responsibility that you had in creating life and be a father to that child.
And that do not mean child support.
No, you need to be engaged and active in the life of that being that you have produced. You are responsible for that person. I cannot understand. I'm telling you this as a spiritual father. It is necessary. They do studies that say sociologically, because fathers not present, children become most likely to become prisoners or dead. So we need the fathers, the men, to stand up.
To step up.
And if you have the capacity and you are a man and you may not have any biological children of your own, but you see these neighborhood kids, step in. Like, hey, absolutely.
They need us.
They're afraid.
Look, man, I talk to these young kids all the time, bro.
Yeah, but for the ones that are afraid,
the ones that are afraid, I try to make them feel, and that's why you have to create a space to make them feel welcome, to be invited to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know, I have to let them know who I am. I have to be transparent with them. I can't stand on a high horse and feel like, you know, I'm above them. Now, I have to still set my precedence as an adult with you, but at the same time, I have to make it convenient, because a lot of times what they're looking for, they can't articulate it.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a father.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's what I'm
hungry for that.
That was
I want order.
That was a life lesson that I learned. Everybody can't meet you where you are. You have to meet people where they are. So when it comes to where these kids are, they don't have the capacity. Again, they probably don't know or even understand what your role is in all its dimensions. But you can understand their lack or their concern, their worry, and their needs. So you can meet people where they are. And that goes where in any relationship or in any situationship, any business dealing, sometimes you just got to meet people where they are, because they don't have the capacity and force them to see eye contact with you and you already elevated. You have people can easily decrease, rather increase. It takes time to increase. It takes patience to increase.
There you go.
But you don't take nothing away from yourself by decreasing. You don't, because you can always go back up. You can you have that. You're flexible in that. But when we see that there is a lack, especially in our community, and Terrell said because they're afraid, they don't know how to approach them.
Right.
Well, this is the thing. If we have the ability to be able to just stop one kid on the street or this is what I've seen. Over the last 2 months, I was involved in a event for one of my friends. And at the end of her event, she said, I want to do something for the community. Back to school is about to happen. I want to give away Sandy packs. not just regular book bags and school supplies, but a lot of these kids, they lack sanitary products, deodorant. They don't have toothbrushes and mouthwash, and their hygiene is bad, and they're acting up because their home does not provide the necessities, and they out here acting a fool because mama is out, daddy is out, they probably don't have food in the house, they don't have clean underwear, they don't have anything, and that's why they act out, and we don't see it. We don't see that there is a need that we can actually meet. So she created this back to school thing and gave away Sammy packs. And she's a school teacher, and she said these kids come up to me, their hair ain't combed, they smelling, they smell like 2 sides of Africa. Like they need some type of teaching when it comes to their hygiene, and she did that, and she met them. She met the need, and she met them where they were. And I think if we start doing that more, just stop saying, no, they just won't listen. They don't, like Terrell said, they scared to approach them. Meet them where they are. It'll do a world of good.
I'm telling you, man. And to add with Tennille, I'm a living witness to that. A living witness. A lot of times, you just spoke about it. A lot of times these kids find a sanctuary in their schools. Yeah. Because their homes are broken.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they don't get to eat until they go to school.
Until they go to school.
Right. Come on, Greg.
So it's like when I started learning that, man, my heart went out. I actually went to school, and shouts out to Brian Piccolo Elementary. This is school I went to as a
Piccolo
child.
In 97.
And to go there and to even see people that, you know, that they would say, you know, my daddy said he remember you. He remember. I was telling him you was a pastor. He said he remember you. He said he a preacher now. And I was like, man, tell your father to come up here and talk to me. Come up here and meet me. And to learn that some of these children don't have clothes. Yeah, for real. You know, our organization, in addition, as you know, say, giving clothes, giving items, shoes, we giving not sandy packs, but we get sack packs, book bags. We gave over $30,000 worth of school supplies and materials in order to help these youth. And I want to stand in agreement with you, you know, my sister, that we do need to be more engaged. To whom much is given, much is required. And it is our responsibility to make sure that if nobody is there for the child, that we are.
The thing is, it starts at home, but I think that the disconnect that the public had that you guys just gave us is when it's not at home, who's there then? Yeah. It starts at home, and I'm doing all this fussing about y'all be better parents and y'all do this better. But when they're not there, who's stepping up? Right. So now I charge myself, after listening to you guys, to step up more for these children and not be mad that her mama not there, her mama not there, her mama not there. Yeah, that's another problem. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah. But what am I gonna do? Yeah. To make a difference. Question. And I'm gonna pose that to y'all. What are you gonna do?
And shout out to all the teachers, because they're the therapists, they're the babysitters, they're the mothers, the fathers. They have anyone that is in the educational, has an educational background or studies education or in these schools day in and day out with these children.
Even the cafeteria ladies.
Hats off. I mean, you guys possess something that is far beyond words. That it's far beyond words. So I wanted to say not congratulations, but yes, congratulations because y'all made it, because y'all dealt with them and you have the tenacity for it. But also we want to continue to encourage you to do it, because there are a lot of children out there that see teachers as like a parent. Absolutely. You know, they look up to them as like a parent. I know I had a few teachers that really, really spoke life into me. Yeah, absolutely. I will never forget them. And at 35 years old, I can say, I remember Miss Smith or Miss Washington. You know, I can remember these people that really did something to my, just to my growth and to my development. And I just wanted to say, shout out to all the teachers and anyone that has an educational background or are here for our kids and our youth. Any influence, whether it's in church or whether it is in school, or whether you just have a I don't know. Well, back then they used to read. We used to have
bucket.
They would come and read the books to us. They weren't teachers. They were just they were just volunteers in the community. They would come and they would like read books, whatever. They weren't in the educational system. They just took time out to come and read to the kids. Yeah. But to everyone that has done something for our youth and in the community, I just want to say hats off, and I acknowledge you. I really, really do.
Absolutely, and not to detract from what you're saying, because congratulations to all of them. Yes, thank you to all of them, and the ones that are not, we need you to step up. Yeah. Real talk.
Do something.
Absolutely. Real talk. The fact that we can only have a handful of those people that you're talking about is a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem. Thank you to those people. You're golden. And whatever we can do to lift you and hold you and help you cope and help you move and help you operate, we will do that. But to the rest of the world, real talk, if you're listening to this and you feel any kind of inkling of conviction, be convicted and do something, because we're doing too much talking and not enough walking.
Walk it like it, talk it.
Amen.
Walk it like it, talk it.
Yeah. It takes the real to do it. It just takes him to do it.
But you know what, y'all? We're gonna take a quick break before the show ends. I know it was flying by, y'all. We won't be here much longer.
I know, right?
We ain't gonna be here much longer. We're gonna take a real quick break before we come back. But thank you for everybody that's been here. We will see y'all shortly. We'll be right back. D.I.E Radio.
Okay, let me start by saying I was wrong. I ain't never had a problem admitting my faults. You still put up with me. I showed you where the door at. You made the decision to get treated like a doormat. My mama said if the truth hurts, say ouch. Shoe was on the other foot. Trust me, love, I would've bounced. Now you on the phone yelling and screaming and cursing. I believed I was. I guess I just wasn't the person you were looking for. Love you, but had a thing for whores. You were first. I never done this relationship thing before. I apologize, don't fix it and know that it's broke. Plus they say a man is only good as the woman he chose. I can't take blame for every single thing that we've been through. Know you mad as hell, but baby, it's the truth. I can't be who you want me to. Wish you didn't leave, but hell, I don't blame you. It's so crazy you chose not to see. I never was the guy that you should be with. So take a long look at yourself. I know you think that I'm to blame for what I've done, girl, I'm ashamed. But the blame ain't all on me. You just chose not to see. This is who I choose to be. This is what I chose, love. Girl, there ain't no change in me. I never change. But the blame ain't all on me. You just chose not to
And this is D.I.E Radio. We are back. The show is coming to a close, y'all. I know, don't cry. I know you can replay it. We've been on live on Facebook, so you can replay it over and over again and enjoy it. I know. But we just want to thank you guys, anybody that's tuned in, even for 10 minutes, for 2 minutes. We want to thank you for your time. And what we're going to do real quick is before we leave, everybody's going to get a minute to, again, tell you who they are, where you can find them, what they're doing, how you can support them. So I'm not going to start. I'm going to let Preppy Boy start.
Oh, me?
All right. The worst of the team.
The worst. I'm the worst first. I'm the most ignorance, these. All right. So.
Kick your intelligence in, brother.
Put your intelligence in.
Yes. Well, y'all know Mr. Preppy Boy, Terrell. Y'all know the social medias.
No, they don't. Tell them.
I'm about to get into that. See, y'all in mind. Got my Kool-Aid on little people.
That boy coming like Birdman almost. Man, when you say my name, put some intelligence on it.
My boy just said I could be Lil Rel's cousin.
I ain't gonna say it no more.
My boy just said I could be Lil Rel's cousin.
You really could.
I don't know why. But anyway, my social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Preppy Boy for Life, PREPPYBOI, the number 4, LYFE. Holla at me. You know, I got it.
What do you have exactly?
God has blessed me with a lot of talents, and one of those talents is truly singing. So I'm working on a Christmas album.
Come on.
Yes, I am working on a Christmas album.
Are you really?
I really am.
Is it called Peppermints with Preppy Boy?
That's a good. I
like that.
I don't have a title. Hey, listen,
write down Preppy Boy.
Here comes Preppy Boy. Here comes Preppy Boy.
Write down Preppy Boy Lane.
Seriously. Hey, I don't have a title yet, so I really may use that because the album is basically for me. Griff knows that like I've been trying to work on the soul album even with them back in the day.
VXOL.
So this is something that's just, and plus I'm gonna have my daughter on it. So y'all got really my daughter. She's 9 years old. She's been wanting to sing with her daddy for a minute, so it's gonna be dope. And I got the podcast with little sis Toria, Preppy Boys World, the podcast.
Toria.
And we doing things. We got like 40 shows in already. So check us out. You can listen to the podcast on Apple, Stitcher, Google, Breaker, and iHeartRadio. And we're every Saturday. When? Where? How many? No, you can hear us every Saturday.
This is your conscious speaking. Are you listening? Why did I wear 3 buttons on this shirt when I only wear 1? This is your conscious.
And this is what I have to deal with. No joking.
No, but yeah, so you can hear us every Saturday. And you can listen to the old shows as much as you want on those platforms. The clothing line is still in production. We're gonna get that popping real soon again. Man, God's just good, man. He's blessing the boy. You know
Hallelujah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Next.
Miss Tennille.
No. Let Toria get some.
We'll go that way, then.
Can Toria get some?
Toria, it's your birthday.
Toria ain't had none in a while.
I was gonna give us
Pause, man.
Hold on. I want to cover for you, boo.
Okay. Hey, guys. It's Toria here.
Our youngin, our on deck youngin.
The youngin guest on the show, D.I.E Radio. Thank you guys so much for having me on your show. First off, thank you so much. You guys are a blast. Oh my goodness. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat as PeachyT93, PEACHY numbers 93. And I'm currently working on a few animations, trying to get into the film industry. Nice. So those will be coming up pretty soon on my social medias again, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, PeachyT93. And I'm also currently a co-host on Mr. Preppy Boys Podcast. Yes. Preppy Boys World. Yes. So we're currently working on that. Of course, tune in every Saturday. You can listen on Stitcher, Breaker, Spotify, iHeart, all of the above.
Try and get that young TV show over here.
We have a few more things coming. We're working on a few more things. So, yes.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
Tennille. Oh, yes, me. Tennille here.
Wait, y'all. She was writing it down. She was like, I know what I'm finna tell
now. So you guys can follow me on my social media. I have Facebook. I'm at Tennille Allen. Instagram, it's Tennille. That's TNILLE. And Snapchat, TNILLE. What's going on now? So actually next Saturday, the 22nd, I'm actually partnering with a few Chicago bred industry likes talent, comedians, entertainers, and it is our second comedy show that will be held at the Bracket Room. Doors open at 7, show starts at 8, ends at about 9:30, 10 o'clock, but we have different comedians every show. This is our second one at Bracket Room, and it again starts at 7. It's this next Saturday. And after that, I will be producing a show every Saturday in October at the Bracket Room. There will be, we're going to infuse music. We're going to infuse spoken word, as well as comedy into our show. So that will be in production. And then going into the holiday season, probably do a big holiday show as well. So that's what I have coming up. So you guys can get your tickets on Eventbrite. You can follow me on my page. The link is there. Come support. Come get your ha-has, laugh, eat, drink, and be merry. Actually, if you mention that you've heard me on this show, I will give you a coupon code where your tickets are half off.
I heard you, I heard you on the show today.
You know what? All my co-hosts better be there. All my co-hosts tonight, y'all better be at one of these shows. I'll make sure y'all good. Y'all have to get tickets.
You already got
even me?
The comedy show.
Even you, Greg.
Okay.
Even you.
She'll let you come.
But yeah, so that's what I have coming up. And I am your Judy on duty. I'm a rent a friend if you need an honest friend. My rate is
$50 gazillion.
No, you can pay me in snacks. Okay. I like the red Skittles, the pink Starburst, and the red and green Laffy Taffies.
So I gotta open up the Skittles and pick out the.
That's it. If you need an honest friend, you pay me in snacks. Everybody don't have honest friends, and I'm willing to give my honest, judgy opinion for snacks. That's like,
you know what? We're gonna have to make.
I'm the Judy on duty girl.
Yeah, Judy on duty. Like that. I'm like, we're gonna have to make you a blog, girl. We're gonna have to. Okay.
Yeah, but check me out. I'm here. I'm here for the tea. I sip it all day.
I sips it all
day.
All right.
Kimbrio here, real quick. So I guess I do a little bit of everything, entrepreneur of the world. So if you know me, you know that. Radio personality, media personality, consultant, queen, all of that stuff. But I will say, September 23rd through the 29th, I am hosting online what I'm calling a brand building week. So for that entire week, if you're interested in starting a business or starting a brand, you can come and you can get free information all week long. So it'll be a series of webinars and different live events online that will give people the basis of what they need to start their brand, everything from the legal aspect to the visual aspects and how to actually build the brand, and then what to do once you have that idea and you got that pretty new website. You like, okay, now what? So that is September 23rd through the 29th. If this will be on my social media, I am on all social media except for Twitter. I just don't mess with Twitter. I can't. I don't know. But I am Kimbrio. I am KIMBRIO. And also go to Kimbrio.com. If you sign up and put your email in, you'll get a free brand identity checklist, which will actually tell you everything that you need to have a solid brand. And then you'll get the invite to the event and all of that stuff. So if you're interested in starting a business, I'm the girl you should talk to. Holla at your girl. Visit brandedwithkim.com. It'll tell you everything you need to know. Yeah. So there, I'm done.
All right. All right. I guess that leaves me.
We saved the best for last.
Yes, you have. Yes, yeah. Be quiet, Terrell. I'm about to speak now. First, once again, my name is Griff Taylor. My radio personality is King G Taylor, but how everyone knows me as Pastor Griff Taylor. So you all can reach me at my handle for all of my social media. That includes Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at my handle, Pastor Griff. That is PASTORGRIFF. See, I kept continuity. That's marketing for you. Speaking of marketing, shouts out to my marketing and public relations team, Uniglobe Visions. We're doing a lot of things. Shouts out to Dan and Jan, who is out in New York, and to the rest of my team that's in Chicago, Brandon, Elijah, Chanel. I love you all. We're doing amazing things. So if you would like to expand your brand, we specialize in marketing solutions that bring global vision to life. Also, shouts out to my nonprofit, Chicago Joint Hands, where I serve as the executive director, where our whole mission is to challenge, help, and inspire youth and young adults in family situations, similar to what we spoke about as well. But my highest life priority, my highest call in life, meaning that as a man, and then this is the first priority of my life, is being a pastor. Shouts out to my ministry family of Manifest and New Sound and Joy Ministries, where we're bringing a new sound in the kingdom. The age of the church started with the sound from heaven. So one of the things that I just want to say to you all is that it's been a blessing to be amongst you all here. I was actually, off air, just a little emotional when everybody came in and just see everybody. Shouts out to Michelle, who was also a big part of this legacy. Yes.
We wish you were here.
Michelle D.I.E. She is an actress. She's doing a lot of things. You all can reach her at Michelle D.I.E. She's actually got a film going on right now that I know she's trying to progress. And shouts out to her son, Nathan. Nathan. Oh. Little Nathan, man. He ain't little no more. So big Nathan. Big Nathan, we love you and we appreciate you, man. I just appreciate everyone here for what we have all put together. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. I know that we've all had our issues, had our words. We've fought, we've argued, on air and off.
But that's what family is for.
Exactly. I
guess we ain't family.
You all are family to me. I mean, put like this.
It's coming over.
Sorry, I just met you, but you're a part of this family too.
Look here.
Terrell, I've known you for years, man. For years. 20 plus. Same with Tina. I've known you for years. I love you. Your whole family. I respect y'all. you know, we were church families.
Absolutely.
So we were always bridging the same fellowship of churches. Kim, I met you maybe over 10 years ago.
It's been over a decade.
And man,
you got some roots up in this space.
Seriously.
Real life.
But the biggest shout I want to give out to is to Earl Winfrey.
Absolutely.
The founder, the creator of this platform called Intellectual Radio. Let me tell you all something that I just know about Earl, and Earl could correct me if you want. I remember Earl told me about his history because me and Earl used to have these conversations. Earl started actually in film, doing movies. He actually had a film, and he said it was terrible. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad though.
You always your biggest critic.
But
True.
And he had this concept, and we actually started maybe a few months after the station had started. Our show actually started. Yep. So, and I want to shout him out because he's still a host on here. Shouts out to Roman Moreau, who introduced me to Earl Winfrey through my relationship with him, who allowed me to, to create this platform of D.I.E Radio, which is an acronym for Destroy Ignorance and Educate. This is a brand and a concept that me and my brother Taylor Blaze had put together under the ops of our company Virtual X, because we were a media company that was designated and wanted to do something different with music that was not like the norm of killing, degrading women and things of that nature. So I thank God for you all. I thank God for this time. It's been a long time. I love you all. I hope that whatever anyone has gathered from this show is that we've destroyed your ignorance of being uninformed. So now we've made you accountable with the information that you have heard today.
Yeah.
You have been educated. And Earl used to use these terms. He wanted to be, and you help me out because I can't remember them all. The 3 points of the I has to be, the 3 points has to be engaging, entertaining, and intellectual.
There you go.
Boom.
There you go.
Wow.
For
an old man, you got a good memory. Girl.
Y'all gonna make me cry.
I ain't crying.
I ain't that old now.
She said I'm a G. I'm a G. I'm not a G. I'm sensitive. I be crying.
I'm sensitive too. I cried earlier because I couldn't tie my shoe.
Get on my face.
I just stopped.
I thought she was gonna really say something like real, like emotional.
I was waiting on something real. She was like, "Cause I couldn't tie my shoe."
I felt defeated.
Y'all, this has been awesome.
Yes.
This has been awesome. The reunion of D.I.E Radio, and I'm gonna go on record and say I hope it's not the last reunion that we have.
Oh, no, we out here. We
no,
kicking
we
it.
Back in another year. So.
We out here. We out here. Thank you to all the listeners, anyone who has supported us as a group or individually. Thank you so much. D.I.E Radio, IntellectualRadio.com.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Peace, y'all. Grace and peace.
I apologize, fix it and know that it's broken. Plus they say a man is only good as the woman he chose. I can't take blame for every single thing now. Know you mad as hell, but baby, it's the truth.